Okay, this video is a little late. I was originally going to put it on Friday night, but we're going to put it on, it's going to be Saturday night flashback this week. We're going to do Gauntlet 1 a little bit, play through it a little bit. This is a game that was one of my favorites back in the day. You have a warrior, a Valkyrie, an elf, and a wizard. You used to take the wizard not the wizard, but the elf all the time. The warrior is slow, but he has the most health and he deals the most damage. The Valkyrie is kind of an all-around character. The elf is extremely fast, but has the least amount of health, and the wizard is a little weaker than most characters, but his starting stats are a little bit lower than the Valkyries, but a little bit higher than the elf. So I'm going to use the wizard. And what you do is there's a counter up in the upper left-hand corner. That is your life. If it gets down to 0, you die. So what you try to do is you try to find your way through levels, collecting some treasure and killing enemies. And you try to get in and out of levels as fast as you can while doing this so that you can level up. Now, if you hit the start button, you'll see your score, your power, your max power, your keys, and your bombs. Don't worry about the bombs yet because you'll use those later to kill death. As you can see, you gotta shoot these. Each enemy has a generator. You have to shoot the generator so many times to kill them. The stronger the generator, the stronger the enemies. And you see me, I just run into a couple of these ghosts and enemies and stuff. You take damage every time that you run into them, but sometimes you have to do it that way. That's food. You get to exit. Now this is where it shows you. Of course, some of these stages have different exits and have hidden exits. So you try to go through those. This is like World 1, Stage 2, as you can see there in the middle. I think there's 5 worlds in the game. If somebody knows that I'm wrong, please correct me on that because I don't really remember. I know that I've made it up to level 4 before, and I think there's another world outside of that. This is a 2-player co-op game that you can play with a friend. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't help. It depends. You're just going to see me run through here. Okay. And every so often you'll hit a treasure room. Now in the treasure room, I like to go collect a key in case I need it later. Never have enough keys. And I try to find the exit before the timer counts out. And usually if there's treasures around it, I spend time collecting the treasures because after you collect so many treasures, they'll add to your life. But you gotta make it out. And they'll refill your life. Anywhere that you pause or do anything, they'll give you a password. I found really the password don't work too well. And the wizard is one of the enemies that can shoot diagonally. I'm not sure. I think there's one enemy that can't, or one hero that can't shoot diagonally. It may be the warrior. There's one of them that I think that cannot shoot diagonally. They made many more games of Gauntlet on different systems, and it was a big hit. There was an arcade version of Gauntlet. There was a second Gauntlet that was released for the Nintendo. It's not as well known as this one. I think you could actually have 4 people on it at one time. Let's see, now I can go up here and open this. That's food. Those down there make me, I guess, invisible. Now, in this stage, you'll see I'll run upon an enemy here in a minute. And he'll be like a blob, like a dark blob. that's death. The only way to kill death is either let him drain some of your health or to use magic. Magic will take him out right off the bat. And he's a pain in the butt to run into. I think it's where you run into him first. I'm not really sure. If you hear me cranking the button, I'm trying to... Oh, shoot. That's another bad thing. You can shoot food on here, and then you can't collect the food. So you gotta be careful. See, now they're gonna move my max health up, so that next time I go to a treasure room, I'll get that much health back. I'm not going up through there yet. I'm not ready to get my butt kicked. I'll grab his key first. Then I'll run up through there. You can do one of two things. You can fight, or you can just run through them and take the damage. I'm just going to run through and take the damage. This room is a little bit different because you got to kind of know how to get out of this one. Like I said, this is now not my favorite Gauntlet game. I now like Gauntlet Dark Legacy better for the GameCube. But at the time, for a long time, this was a game that I played a lot of. And I know it doesn't look like I'm doing real good right at the moment. But I used to play and used to be pretty good at it. Those stun you and hold you in place for a couple minutes. And I was wondering maybe if that was even worth getting. Oh, you're a pain in the butt. See, what we're going to try to do right here is we're just going to try to shoot these guys down as they're coming out of the generator. Just funnel them through and shoot them so that we can shoot the generator. And the generator will take a couple of shots and then it goes down. And now we're going to leave. We're going to run out of here. Alright. Another stage here. I'm going to collect me another key. There's sometimes where you can... There might be a bunch of... a bunch of doors, and you can actually get caught without a key. I didn't really mean to go in yet. I was trying to collect more. That's getting greedy. And it'll go up to 900 if you skip it. Now this is one of those stages that's rather long, and you have to kind of fight because there's enemies everywhere, and you can't necessarily kill them from where you're at. See, I can't shoot that generator, and I just shot that food. You notice how I knew I shot the food before I even shot it. Uh-oh. And I done it again. I shot the food again. I gotta quit shooting the food. I gotta quit shooting the food.
Oh my gosh.
You don't want to grab... You might want to grab that box. It's a reflective shot. And it'll last for a little while. It'll make your shots go every which way. Reflecting off the... Oh, gosh! Oh, so many ghosts. So many ghosts. Die! There's death up there. That little like half green looking thing. That's death. And you see that little potion up there? That's what you take out. That's what you take death out. And some of these other things out with. Good gosh! I don't know if I want to break in that door and try to go get that or not. Maybe. Nope. 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 No! You stay away. You get away from me. I have taken a lot of damage. Oh, crud. It is just not my night to do this here. Oh, gosh, have mercy. Anybody who's ever played the game knows that it's fairly difficult. Oh gosh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Now see, now if I hit this button over here, that's going to take the wall down, and they're probably going to come after me. Probably quick. Yeah, there they go. And I'm going to run like only I can. And see, then you got to watch out for death up in here. Get this. There we go. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness, they are taking me down. Oh. You hear it going do 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 do. There's these green blobs in this area. I think they're in this one. I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm dead. So there's how it goes. Like I said, got to room 11. Really wasn't my type of night, but you know, if you're really seriously kind of playing, you get through there. There's different codes, there's different passwords that you can use and passwords that you can enter into the game and things like that. And like I said, there's 1 and 2 players. And you just you do things like that. But you know, every character is different. I'll show you every character. I'll try to. This is a warrior. As you can tell, he's very slow, but he's very strong. So there's that. If you want a character that's balanced, use the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie is probably the most balanced character. She's not super duper strong. She's not super duper fast. She's somewhere in the middle. She's fast enough, and her attacks are fairly quick, as you can see. And the only other one left is the elf. Don't know that I'll ever do a playthrough of this game. I've never really went through the whole thing and beat it. Like I said, I've gotten to stage 4. Now this guy is fast as all get out, but he's not strong and he can't take a bunch of damage. So he's very. Oh, here's a trick. You shoot right there. You skip up to this level. So like I said, there's other places, and there's, I'm sure, many, many secrets I have not found on this game yet. And, you know, but it's one of those things. But this is who I used to use back at the time because he is so fast. But that's kind of not a good thing either. Also, you see on the stage selects, on the world screen, where there's a bunch of different, there's like, well, I'll show you. There's a couple of things at the top of the screen that look like pieces of things that are covered up. And those are the worlds. Those are the worlds, the different worlds that you go in. They're at the top of the screen right there, how there's a castle and then there's like 4 other ones. And like I said, the rooms with the money bags are those bonus rooms. That question mark up there is like a special room. You don't have to complete every stage in every world to get to the next world. You don't have to do that way. It doesn't work that way. If you want to only complete certain ones and you know where secrets are and stuff, then you can just go through that and just skip to the next world. And do it that way, you know, and not play very many stages. You can't just do what I was doing earlier, like trying to run through it and do all that stuff. You can't do that. You have to come in with a plan. You have to take time so that you don't get just brutally beaten by the enemies, because some of the enemies as you get on up there are are harder. There are like magicians and sorcerers and stuff that disappear and reappear, and they shoot at you and things like that. And there's a lot of different things that can attack you and things, and you can take a lot of damage a lot more quickly. The only reason I was taking damage from the ghosts was because the ghosts are like the lowest level of, they don't really hurt you that much, but like the other things that had the clubs, and then those other things that kind of chew on you, those are a lot more, they're a lot more destructive. They do a lot more damage. Like I said, this was my favorite game for a long time. When Gauntlet Legends and then Gauntlet Dark Legacy came out, I started playing those a lot more, and I like those a lot more because of the 3D and 2D aspect of the games. So Dark Legacy is probably the one I like the most, and there's more characters and everything on there, plus the 4-player. But this is the game that started it all right here. This is the main one that started it, and like I said, I've made it to World 4 before, but I've never made it to the 5th world. And even some of the stages get harder as you go up. There's one stage, I think, that you have to find the true exit. There's many exits in the room, but you have to find the true exit to get to the next stage. There's some of them that send you back a stage. Some of them that just make you repeat the same stage that you were in. So it's a lot of trying to figure things out and things like that. Of course, now we can figure it out with internet and with internet access and things, that we could find different stuff that we could use to our advantage now. And like on here, I can use save states if I wanted to do it that way and beat it. And like I said, I may try to do that one day. I may try to stream it if I can get to the point to where I can do it fairly well enough. But that's way into the future. There's a lot more other things that I've got going on that I'm trying to do, and so that's kind of put on the back burner for a little while until we kind of figure out, hey, we want to do this, because sometimes besides like the Mega Mondays I started, and the I'm gonna be doing Castlevania after the Mega Man ones, after those, I don't know what I'm doing after that. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, every now and then we'll pick up a game and say, okay, we plan on beating this. What are we going to do with it? And then, we may try to do that. But it's not something that's, sometimes it's planned out, but most of the time it's just spur of the moment thing. And it's me bringing it to you guys and saying, hey, here's this. We're going to try to do this. So, but I just wanted to give you guys a little, show you a little bit of a game that I used to play quite frequently that I really enjoy. It's a game that I still play to this day. I still go back to every so often, and I still do enjoy the game. So, it's in my opinion, it's one of the better ones on the Nintendo. It's a really old game, as you can see. The copyright on the screen is it says on here that it was released in '89, but it was released, I think, originally in 1985. Yeah, 1985. So I wasn't very old whenever I started playing the game. And another thing that was weird about this game is this is one of those ones that had the Tengen cartridges or the regular Gauntlet cartridge. I have both. I have the regular Gauntlet cartridge for the Nintendo, and like I said, I'm playing it on an emulator right now. But I have the regular I have the Tengen cartridge and the regular Gauntlet cartridge both. And there's really no difference in the games. They play the exact same. The levels and everything, they're the exact same. I haven't seen anything different in it. And it's one of those things where I don't really see a difference in it, but I know that there's some of those, Tengen games and stuff like that. Also, before I stop the video. This is one of the most iconic themes in gaming history, is the Gauntlet one. I think most people have heard it at some point or another going on, and you know, it would kind of be interesting if you played the game from the perspective on the title screen most of the game, and I think that would be interesting if they could have pulled that off. I know at that time the technology wasn't there to pull that off, but if they could have done it later on, it would have been interesting to do. And I think that would be you still like the music. That's great music. I always liked the title screen art though. I always thought it was neat looking with the ghosts and the I guess it's maybe, I don't know if that's a goblin or maybe a little small ogre. I know whatever that is coming around the corner there. So, but that's going to do it for this edition of this, and until next time, we'll see you later.